Okay, go ahead. You got Tim McMahon in front here.
Shai, you obviously know Jamal well. What did you think when you saw he was questionable with an illness this afternoon, and what do you think about the way he performed tonight?
Yeah, I knew he was going to play. Obviously, a do-or-die situation for them. And they came out with that sense of urgency and jumped on us right away. If we want to get a W the next game, we can't let that happen.
Hey, what was the view from your standpoint of just the flow of the 48 minutes? You guys had a good punch, but it seemed like they were able to put together some runs in critical situations.
Yeah, they were just better to start the game and then better the whole second half. We always say, like, to win a game on the road especially, like, you have to start good. You have to win that first quarter. We didn't do so. Kind of put ourselves in a little bit of a hole, which we clearly can dig out of, but it's not ideal and makes it a little bit harder for later in the game. And we just saw that tonight.
Just in terms of the mentality, how important is that approach going into Game 7 in front of the home crowd?
Yeah, it's just do or die. It's what you live for. It's what you worked your whole life for. It's either your dream continues or your dream ends. So you lay it all out there on the floor and live with the results. But yeah, I'm excited for the opportunity for sure.
Tonight, I mean, he struggled with a shot, and as a leader, what do you sort of say to him after a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's life. It's basketball. Tonight wasn't his night, clearly. And the best part about it all is he has an opportunity to, I guess, change all that. Like, he has a big game next game. Nobody remembers, nobody cares, and he doesn't either. So, yeah, just get ready for the next opportunity. Like I always tell the guys, there's always something ahead of you, and learn from your experiences, which he has done a great job of all year, so I don't worry about that.
Have talked all year about offensive force throughout the season. How would you grade your offensive force in this game?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. It felt. How much do we have? It felt pretty good. It felt like we had the right intentions. Now, I could have a better answer for you after watching the film. Just it's hard being out there and like trying to judge force while you're in the middle of a pick and roll. But yeah, I feel like we had the right intention. Like I said, it was more so like defensively. We had lapses to start the game for sure. Like I know on one of the baseline out of bounds, I was guarding the corner and Brown just cut behind me for a dunk. Like things like that can't happen. And yeah, that tone was kind of set early. So just making sure that we control what we can control to start the game. Next game will be big for us.
Kelly, go ahead.
The pressure from Denver is obviously going to put the ball in Dub's hands a lot, but in terms of trying to create easier shots for him, are there things that you guys can do as a team to make it easier on him offensively?
Dub? Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to share them, not right now. I'll save those. But there's definitely things that we can do to get better and help him out there for sure.
Shai, Marcus talked about the process of you guys becoming a great team. Obviously, pushing a team like the Nuggets to the brink. You guys are both doing that to each other. Is there anything that you feel like you've learned about yourself as a player getting pushed to a Game 7 like this and how to respond?
Nothing I didn't already know. I don't think. Like I know. At the end, like the formula is very simple for me. I work hard. I trust my work. No matter the stage, no matter the jersey, no matter the arena, it comes down to that for me. And that formula has worked pretty well for me in my career so far. So it won't be anything different. So yeah.
Shai, whether it be just the depth or the injuries you guys suffered throughout the year, Jay Will's minutes sort of fluctuated throughout the season. Mm-hmm. He's been really impactful for you guys in the postseason. Can you just sort of speak to what he's meant to you guys in the playoffs, on and off the court? Because I know he's been a big voice in your locker room. Yeah,
he's been huge. He's very vocal, very smart basketball player, makes the right plays, makes timely plays. It just affects winning at a high level. You can never have too many guys like that in your locker room.
Shai, this Denver core has been in a lot of Game 7s together. You've been in a Game 7. I think it came down to the final second. I'm wondering, what do you remember about that experience? And is there anything you can take from it for this Game 7?
It's going to be very fun. It's going to be the highest intensity basketball that you ever play. But at the same time, it's still just basketball. You have to go out there, have fun, play free, and let the chips fall where they may. But you have to play free and confident above all.
Anybody else? Chet.
From my point of view, but we had some plays that were controllable that if we kind of just stick to our some of our fundamentals, it would have put us in a better position on some of those plays. But we also have to understand that that's part of the game. It's an imperfect game, and I don't think we let the runs bleed in longer than we were able to respond to them. But we just have to understand it's a game of runs. No matter how good you are, the other team's going to make runs, and we just have to be ready to respond.
To my understanding, no one on his team has played in a Game 7, not even Alex. I guess what's sort of the mindset going into this Game 7?
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple guys who have back in the bubble, but the mindset is exactly what it is. It's win or go home. There is no, trying to keep anything in the tank. It doesn't matter what's in the tank if your season's over. So we know what's at stake. Denver knows what's at stake, and it's exactly what it is. Game 7.
Anyone else? Go, Michael, you can have the last one.
Throughout the series, obviously Jokic was a major challenge. You guys have had some extra additions with just Jay Will's minutes increasing. Can you just talk about his impact in this series and just overall in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's who Jay Will is. He's going to be ready. As a professional and as a person, he's ready. He wants to be out there. He wants to contribute as much as he can to this team. It doesn't matter what position he's put in, what he's asked to do on the court, off the court. He's ready. He brings it every night, and it's huge for us. And we're going to continue to need that from him going forward. And he's one of those guys that not only myself but everybody loves playing next to.
Thanks, Chet.
Dub, you're understandably hard on yourself after a loss like this. How do you sort of put that behind you, maybe emotionally, mentally, ahead of a Game 7?
I think we've been big on just saying, it's first to 4. So obviously this game, you kind of just have to be willing to wipe the slate clean. And, I don't think anybody on our team really cares about the game after we play. You know what I mean? We still have to go out, and the next game's going to go up when it's going to be 0-0, and we're going to have to play another really good game. So I think that's how I think about it. I think that's how the team thinks about it. And yeah, just kind of be ready to bounce back. That's what we've been doing all year, and we're going to have to do it again.
In terms of the half court, how do you find the balance between creating for yourself and for others? Obviously, with the assist tonight, you're a playmaking expert, but in terms of finding that balance, how is it for you mentally?
Just trusting my teammates. I'm gonna get shots that I want to shoot, and I'm gonna get opportunities to score the ball. But I think what makes our team really good is we have other guys that are ready for those moments and ready to play off the catch and make shots. So I try and always keep that in the back of my head. And in order to win games, you need however many guys are playing in the game to be ready to make plays, and we've been able to do that a lot. So I think just finding a balance is just understanding where guys are on the floor and what we're trying to get accomplished offensively.
You said you feel like your process has been good. Is there anything the Nuggets have thrown at you over the last 3 games in terms of kind of individual matchups or different looks that you feel like is at least making it tougher for you to get to your spot?
Not honestly. I think it's been pretty consistent the whole series. There's been tweaks that I feel like only each team would probably know just when you get into the grit of a series, but I feel like it's kind of been the same. We've all seen the zone and stuff. That's not really new to the series, and I think our matchups have almost been the same the whole entire time. So I wouldn't say there's been any extra curveballs to the series that they've thrown out.
You, Mark, and the rest of the team have all talked about how this series has made you guys stronger and more resilient throughout. But you guys have had plenty of challenges standing up, and like Game 2 was a big one, 4, 5. How will that sort of help you, even though I know it's a new environment in Game 7? How will those experiences help you?
Yeah, I mean, those are experiences where you can lay down and accept defeat, and we've done a good job at standing tall with. So this is another opportunity to do that, and everybody's excited for the moment.
Doug, you at the end of the game there, you were sort of lingering on the bench, sitting down for a while with the towel on your head, and Caruso was the hand that reached out to you. Sort of what was going through your head then, and what did that mean for him to sort of pull you up?
AC always gets me off the bench, win or loss. That's just like a routine thing, so I don't want to drag that too high into something. But I don't know, he's just a good vet. Like, he's just somebody there to pick you up when you're down. And obviously, I didn't play the way I wanted to play, so I was just trying to process just the game and my emotions, and that was really it. But AC always gets us off the bench. It's usually me and Jay Will. Like, if we're sitting, he usually picks us both up. But yeah, I don't want to like read too much into it. But he is a good leader, and he's somebody that can pick you up while you're down.
What looked different from Denver tonight, especially from Strother and Brown?
They shot well. They came and made some big buckets. I don't want to make it like downplay what they did. But yeah, they came in, were ready, made shots, so you got to tip your hat to them. Who'd you say, Strother and who? And Brown. Yeah, they hit shots. They played within the team. So yeah, we'll have to look at that and go from there, but they were ready to play.
Was that a difference in the fourth quarter? Because the last two fourth quarters for Denver have been iffy, but not tonight.
Yeah, I think that probably has something to do with it. Strother hit some big threes down the stretch. Christian was making plays all night, cutting, hitting threes. So, yeah, they were definitely a big difference maker tonight.
Anyone else? Thanks, Doug.
Cool.
Positive. We obviously took control of the game in the second, which was positive, and then they just outplayed us in the second half. You know, they were sharper, executed better, made more plays. So, you know, credit them. They went and got the game.
Mark, how relevant did you feel the close to the first half was at all to what happened in the second half?
Say that again.
Relevant did you feel the close to the first half was to what it all transpired in the second half?
We didn't close the first half great, but, you know, when halftime ends, you get 24 minutes to go play your best regardless of what just happened. So, you know, we had that opportunity, so did they. They outplayed us in the second half.
And I believe Shai, Hardenstein, and Jay Will all got their third foul, like almost in succession. Like, what did you feel changed when that happened, and do you feel that sort of had a larger impact on the way things played out in the game?
I mean, it obviously impacted substitutions, you know, trying to manage that a little bit, which isn't out of the ordinary. They all ended, you know, without fouling out, so they were able to manage it in the game. I was a little bit conscious of it, obviously, at the end of the first to get Shai there with 4. But otherwise, you know, again, you know, we had the same opportunity Denver did in the second half, and they outplayed us.
Mark, what did you see from Dub tonight? And his performance has kind of fluctuated game to game this series. Like, what needs to be more consistent on his end?
Well, the first thing is, you know, let's talk about what is consistent, which is, you know, his defense, his floor game. You know, he had a bunch of assists tonight. You know, played really hard and competitive as he always does. So it's like that's the floor of his game, you know, even when he has a rough shooting night like he did. And it's still very impactful in the game. But obviously he didn't shoot the ball well. You know, most of the looks I thought were shots he can make that didn't go his way. I mean, as he misses a dunk late, it's like, you know, you just kind of laugh that one off at that point. So, but again, you know, he's such a valuable floor game player. There's so much more that he does than score that even on a night that was rough from the floor, he still has a high impact on the team.
Guy that you have to pick up, or does he kind of do that on his own, emotionally kind of bouncing back from this one?
Does it on his own. He's pretty good there. You know, really motivated competitor. Like, he'll be ready to go on Sunday. You know, I'm sure he's disappointed, as we all are, in the outcome of the game. And we're all looking at what we could have done better. But when the ball goes up in the air Sunday, he's going to be ready to rock.
Mark, you've said that every game is a chance for you guys to grow as a team, you know, being young and everything like that. What's your message going into a Game 7 to kind of settle them and just make sure that they know that, you know, this is just another game. Not another game, but how do you settle them for Game 7?
I mean, well, first of all, credit Denver. Like they threw a punch tonight, as has happened in this series. I mean, both teams are exchanging blows, and they got theirs in tonight. And both teams have done a great job of standing back up, including us, and we need to do that on Sunday. And then other than that, I mean, we need to be who we've been all season and embrace the opportunity that's in front of us. We get to play that game at home because of the work we did during the regular season in front of our fans. So, we're obviously disappointed in the outcome tonight, but when the ball goes up in the air, we'll be excited to go.
Coach, I think you guys shot 27% from three. In terms of the quality of the looks, do you like the shot that you're getting, or is there maybe some improvement in the efficiency and the creation in the half court?
It's always a mixed bag, but at first glance, decent, especially the ones that end, like ball movement possessions where we really work the possession and get a great look. I mean, you just, sometimes you miss them. We'll look at the quality of every shot, every offensive possession as we always do, but generally I thought we tried to play the right way.
Mark, Jamal Murray was, I think, plus 28 for them. That second highest guy they had was plus 17. We know about him as a shot maker. What was he doing in kind of the smaller phases or intricacies of the game that you felt like made it tough for you guys or that he was excelling in tonight?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same deal with him, Jokic. I mean, they're great players, so there was a sharpness to both of those guys tonight, and then they got a huge lift from Brown. They got a huge lift from Strother, obviously, and some of their other guys. So, I mean, they just collectively played better than we did in the second half and went and got that game. So you tip your hat to them. We got to learn the lessons, obviously continue to improve the things that we need to do to ladder up to a win on Sunday. But as for tonight, credit those guys. They played really well.
Mark, you said a few times now that Denver had the same opportunity as you did in the second half and that they just outplayed you. Are there specific things you're pointing to in the second half that just leap to the front of your mind right now?
No, I was just saying that in reference to the first half, how the first half ended, foul trouble, stuff like that. At the end of the day, you just got to reset in the game. You got to reset in the game, each stoppage, each opportunity that you can. We came back from fourth quarter deficits. We had been outplayed in those games until the fourth quarter, and in the last two games, we, just won that quarter, and tonight we didn't. So that's all I was referring to.
Anyone else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Yep, thank you.